closed for construction. Okay, well.
Where do we go?
I don't know. We were making our way north on I-95, slowly heading back home, and we passed the famous rest stop south of the border, which is quite a sight to see. And although we're not usually drawn to tourist traps, we figured it was lunchtime, so why not stop here and see what all this is about. Doesn't seem like there's a ton going on here. A lot of the stuff is closed. I don't know if it's the season or what. It's kind of strange to me that this is such a big rest stop along I95 North, but there's no designated RV parking that we saw. We had to kind of like pull across a bunch of spots. They did have a public bathroom, that was nice, but no takeout. There's a restaurant. We were like, oh, can we just get food to go? And they said, no, you have to like sit down and have a meal. When you're driving and you're trying to make time, it's not really always an option. You'd want to like stop and eat. So I don't know, weird, not what I expected. We lost some time when we were in that traffic, so we were a little behind schedule of where we wanted to be, and we put in a request for a harvest host that wasn't getting back to us after like a little over 2 hours, so we ended up canceling that and getting one closer because I think Pat was getting tired. So we're at a honey farm, like a bee farm. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
It looks really nice.
It's cool. Where to buy stuff? I don't know.
Oh, I'm not sure, but they do have honey.
Okay.
Which is neat.
I saw the beehives. I was like, this has to be it.
Yeah. Nice and quiet back here.
Yeah.
Okay, we got some honey. Look how pretty this bottle is. It's so neat. One of the things I love about getting this stuff at Harvest Host is then if you get a couple things, you can like save them for gifts if you have to, you know, pull something together and find a last minute gift. And he said we can actually walk over and check out the bees right there where the honey came from. So it's such a neat thing with Harvest Host. This Harvest Host is located in North Carolina. It's a little bit of a detour away from I-95 if you're traveling. So we looked at it on the way down, but we decided not to stop. On the way back up, we had a little bit more time, so we figured we would check it out, especially because we have an interest in maybe having bees in the future. So we wanted to see how it worked, and we were excited to be able to buy some local honey. We were the only harvest hosts that stayed on this night, so it was a nice quiet morning. We were able to enjoy the table and chairs underneath the tree and had a nice slow start to our morning because we knew we had a long drive that we weren't really looking forward to doing back on I-95. But I went over to look at the beehives for a little while, and the owner said that you can go over and check them out. Just make sure that you stand next to the beehive, not in front of it, because if you stand in front of it, you end up blocking the bees that are trying to go in and out. And here you can see how busy they are, flying back and forth out to the flowers in the field in front of them, and then back into the hive. Staying at harvest hosts and different farms gives us lots of ideas about what we would like to do when we have our own property. So bees might be in the future at some point, but it was time to get back on the road heading north. We were taking the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel again because this is a really good route for us. It helps us to stay close to the coast and we avoid that Baltimore and Maryland traffic, and it is a very pretty drive. That must be cool. They're on the double-decker bus. They got the good view on the top.
Did they bring back the restaurant?
Yeah, I didn't realize there was a restaurant. That's pretty cool. Our destination for tonight was a KOA just past the bridge, and we picked this out because it was a nice stopping point before our last day of driving home, but most importantly, it has a dog-friendly beach, which can be hard to find sometimes, so it was going to be nice to enjoy one more night and take Red to the beach. Alright, well this was a particularly bad one. The top cabinet opened. I'm gonna have to put a new clasp on that. Cushions everywhere. Curtain fell off. That doesn't usually happen. Can't even blame it on 95 because I came in here and rearranged after we were on 95, but... Alright. Well, we're in Virginia, just barely over the Chesapeake Bay Bridge, and I'm wearing a jacket because we went from 84 this morning, beautiful sunny 84, to when I got across the bridge and I opened the window, I was like, oh, it's chilly. It's like 58 right now, and I'm sure it's dropping because the sun's going down. And the nice thing is they have a dog-friendly beach here, but it's probably going to be even chillier if we go take a walk out toward the beach, so we'll see. And we're pretty tired. Today was honestly just not a fun travel day. The driving from 95 when you cut over through Norfolk was stressful and busy and hard to read the signs. Can't get the window open. Hey everyone, I just wanted to pop in and give a quick note from our sponsor for today's video, me. Starting on September 6th, I'll be hosting a new meditation workshop. If you would like to learn how yoga therapy and meditation can help you to have a better relationship with yourself, check the link in the description below to join me. Thanks so much for being here. Now let's get back to the video. When we're traveling through that area, it's basically just choose which kind of stress you want. So we can either go the way that we went with the ferry down through Virginia, or we can stay inland and go around Washington, D.C. and Baltimore, which you have to time that really, really carefully or it will ruin your day. So we picked the other stressful option. And we'll go to the beach. Okay, let's go. You can just barely see the Scamp all the way over there. They have these little, like, tiny house cabin things. Alright, come on. Alright, come on. Alright. There's a restaurant here. It's not open right now, but then you can see this great view of the Chesapeake Bridge Tunnel going out there. And this is Sunset Beach. I would say that's the perfect name. But super nice that they have a dog-friendly beach. Very unusual. I feel like we needed this beautiful sunset to cap the end of our trip. Even though we were not successful in getting property on this trip, and it felt a little bit disappointing going home empty-handed, but we did learn a lot, and I feel like we are heading home with a new direction and a new plan to put into action. We were also trying to reacclimate ourselves to the chillier weather. It was a bit hard to get used to that as we headed farther north, and it was still April, so still some cold weather to go. Hi. Okay. Alright. I was trying to take pictures of Red with the pretty sunset in the background, and he humored me for a little while, but he was pretty tired of being still from being stuck in the car all day, so he was ready to get going. I'm pretty sure it's the biggest RV park we've ever stayed at. It's like 800 sites. It's huge. And I bet in the summer it's busy, and then they have a hotel over here too.
About the size of a Swanee, probably. A little bigger.
No, I think it's, well, now that they have the expansion, Swanee's probably pretty close. Good spot though. I'm thinking maybe if we go south again, this would be a good spot to stop for our first night and then go over the bridge. We did end up coming back here over the summer when we were on our way to Cape Hatteras. That'll be in the next series of videos. But we made the final push driving back toward New Jersey to end off this 7-week trip all the way down to northern Florida and all the way back up with 2 adults and a large dog in a 16-foot RV. We learned a lot of things. I think we tested the limits of what such a small RV is really intended to be used for, but it was a great trip. We learned a lot about what we're looking for and what we're trying to do moving forward. Thank you so much for joining us in this trip. Stick around because we have some big, exciting things coming up very soon. Thanks for your support, and we will see you in the next one.
Well, you worried about you and me, the injustice, the next president to be, the news and what you hear, your career. It's time for you to face those fears, and it's all fair to be aware, and I'll be there, so don't be scared. Just take a deep breath of air, and 1, 2, 3 to 10, you begin to focus again, and though time flies, we'll have enough to realize this bigger than the both of us.